Jay from SoManyShows.com, here with Steve Grad from Beckett Authentication Services and Pawn Stars. How are you, man?
Good, how you doing?
Good to meet you.
Nice to see you. Great to meet you.
So, just a couple questions, pretty easy stuff.
Sure.
We've heard previous interviews, you've done this autograph thing forever. You grew up with it. How does one grow up doing autographs?
I try to keep it condensed. I started going to card shows, baseball card shows when I was like 8, 9, 10 years old. My grandma was an autograph collector, so she kind of got me hooked on it. Then I started as like 9, 10, running out to the ballpark and meeting guys. So from that early age, I'm 48 now, it's kind of in my blood now. And I just have, I don't even know how to explain it anymore, but like it's like sight recognition stuff. If I showed you a piece of pizza, you're going to know what a piece of pizza is. If I show you a wheel for a car, you're going to know those things instantly. And that's kind of a lot of times with autographs. It clicks. Now, I will tell you the modern stuff is a whole different ballgame. And that's where we have to bring in specialists and guys we have on our staff that have chased. Now, I chased my whole life, but the guys on our staff, everybody who authenticates on our staff was a chaser. So it helps because, essentially street graphs are scribble. The stuff that people get, Ben Affleck or Matt Damon or George Clooney, it's scribble. And it has to have a certain feel to us to assert it, it's very difficult. But the old stuff is the wheelhouse. I grew up doing that celebrity stuff, music, politics, baseball.
So an old school celebrity or baseball player, let's take a Babe Ruth.
Sure.
Really big name.
Yeah, big name, yeah.
But he couldn't possibly sign the same way every time, right?
Well, actually, I'll tell you the truth, he's a great one that you go to. I always say Babe Ruth was consistently inconsistent. Okay, so he always stayed in this realm, okay? So from like 1928 to 1948 when he died, he was almost the same. Literally, same signature. And if you start to trace him pre-28, it had all the makings of what his autograph would be in his prime. So he almost stayed the same way his entire life. It's really amazing. But someone like Harrison Ford, who's so popular, huge icon. I've seen his autograph from the early 70s. And then watched the evolution, before, right when Star Wars came out. And then he's more popular, and you can see the changes. And before you had this really long, gorgeous signature, all of a sudden it just goes like this and condenses, and sometimes just, up and down scribble. So they change throughout time.
So it's kind of a constant learning game for
you, too.
Yeah,
you have to be on top of it. So I just saw Harrison Ford autographs from Sunday. So he signed in Santa Monica on Sunday, California. I didn't go, I was going to go actually, but I didn't. But I saw the style of signatures he was giving, and it was funny. He came out at an event, he signed at the event, and of course they all followed him to a restaurant. He actually signed, but he was not happy, and they were all scribbled up and down. So yeah, we have to stay on top of it. We don't know the current style or what. Ben Affleck's a great example, like how Ben Affleck changes and morphs. If you get him in person, it might just be a B. But I witnessed a signing, and I had mentioned this. I've done some TV shows today. Ben Affleck is the guy that I've never seen this happen ever. Did a signing in February, his first autograph sit-down signing where it was private. And he signed about 25 different ways. I've never seen anything like it. And he went from like beautiful, gorgeous Ben Affleck to BA, to all abbreviated different styles of writing as B. And thank God Beckett was there to witness it, because the client said, it's a godsend. Thank God. They all told me, thank God you're here. Because if we weren't there, they would have trouble selling that.
Well, sure. So if I came to you, on the street, and said, hey, I've got a Ben Affleck. You saw 25 different ones. Would you tell me, you have an 80% likelihood that this is authentic?
Yeah, I could give you an idea. Well, and honestly, that's another great example. Most of the modern stuff, we don't really cert it anymore because it's so sloppy. And it's hard for us to say, oh, hey, Nicolas Cage signed that. Well, I actually, the thing is, I probably know most of the time, or my staff, but a lot of times we just kind of kick it because we don't want to put our name behind it.
Well, sure.
And it's hard to say, it's hard to put your name behind, like Meg Ryan. If you ever get Meg Ryan's autograph, all Meg Ryan does is like a little wave. That's it. And I'm not joking with you. She has not signed nice in 25 years. That is all you get. But how can you authenticate that? So we just say, no thanks. It's probably okay. We're going to give you your money back. Thanks for the submission. Have a great day.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, that's fair at least. What else are you going to do?
We don't want to take their money for that.
All right, let's switch to Pawn Stars for a second.
Sure.
How in the heck did you get hooked up with that?
It's a long story short too. I'll condense it all. 2009, they kicked off with the pilot. I worked at that time for PSA. They had asked us to participate The company declined. I didn't really even know about it.
Oh, okay.
They came back around towards the end of 2012, 2013, and the company accepted, so I started appearing on the show then. And then I switched to Beckett 2 years ago, 2016, and I've been going strong with that since. And it's funny because the first time I filmed, I always remember this. I have been there. I filmed 140 something episodes now, over almost 6 years. Right when I got there the first day, Rick, we were in the back, and they call it the old man's office, which maybe you guys have seen in pictures and stuff. And Rick comes out and he goes, "Dude, I finally got you." And I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "I've been trying to get you on this show since we started." Because Rick's an executive producer.
Right.
So Rick's very involved with the show,
Sure.
the production of it,
Sure.
and he's intricately involved with the experts, and he wants the right feel on his show. And I said, "Well, it's great to be here." And we hit it off, and he's one of my best friends.
That's awesome.
And I'll tell you, the great thing about the show is obviously it's good for promotion, it's good to promote the business,
Sure.
and honestly, for the authentication part of it, it's a healthy promotion because we get a lot of negativity for what we do, okay? It just comes with the business, but it's
Sure.
really healthy, good promotion.
Sure.
Helps Beckett out a lot. But being there, I'm part of like a whole other family. It's very strange for me because I'm part of Beckett Authentication. I have a family at home in California, but I am a huge part of that family, and not just the guys that are on TV, but it's all the behind the scenes people.
Right.
The production crew, the people who work at the pawn shop. It's a great family to be part of. I'm honored. And I think the great thing about that show is that it doesn't cost a lot for the network.
Yeah.
So they keep bringing it back, and the ratings are there, and it's
Sure.
fun to do. So I really do
It's
enjoy
a fun
it.
show to watch.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always guessing.
I've been.
I think that one looks real, and then I'm wrong.
And then you're wrong. But I started filming in September for season 16. And in TV land, it's different. So I don't even understand the seasons, but at season 16, I
Right.
filmed I want to say about 8 episodes so far for that.
very
And I
cool.
think they start airing February, March sometimes.
So when you go into film, whatever, I mean, we see you on TV for a few minutes,
Mhm.
whatever. How long does it take you with your whole process and cut? Let's say that again. How long does
Well,
it
that's a good
actually
question.
take you to do
I
that?
mean, without getting too many details, because they don't allow me to say a lot
Sure.
about that, but I will tell you, not every seller is the best on camera.
Sure.
Listen, I don't pay attention to cameras anymore. But imagine having 3 cameras on top of you. Let's say you've never been in front of a TV camera at all in your whole life,
Right,
okay?
right.
So how are you gonna be on TV? A lot of people, what do? They freeze.
Yeah.
They're frozen. Like if I'm looking, I'm like, do I wanna sell this? So it takes
Right.
a little time
Yeah.
to get them over that fear.
Oh, I'm sure.
Sometimes they don't get over the fear. And then, we film that, we do an interview process afterwards, so it's
Sure.
a big process. But I will tell you, I love every minute of it. It's a thrill for me, and I don't remember doing all of them, but I'll watch each episode just one time, and I put it to
Sure.
bed. Sometimes I'll be out, we'll be at a bar or a
It's on
hotel,
TV.
and I was up in White Plains, New York a couple months ago, and walked in, and the guy goes to me, he goes, it's right on right now. And people on airplanes, and my doctor texts me, he goes, "Hey, we're flying back from Hawaii, and you were on TV." It's weird.
Yeah, right.
And I think the coolest experience I had is that, along with Patrick Conway, who kind of heads our entertainment stuff and our non-sports stuff, we started doing shows in England. And it's
Sure.
been a big push of mine too, because I love the non-sports stuff.
Cool.
So we started doing the shows over in England. And it was a Saturday, I'd left the Olympia in London. And I'm walking down the street, and this is a funny thing, at least to me, I'm walking with 3 people who were in the original Star Wars. But they were in masks, so nobody really knows.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I hear this lady yelling. I didn't kind of pay any attention. She didn't speak English. She was from Poland. And I'm just kind of didn't pay. She's like, "Sir, sir." And I'm like, finally turn around. She's like, "Pawn Stars."
Wow.
And her little kid is 2 years old, and her husband, and they all wanted to take pictures. So that, to me, that was really, I'm very humbled by that.
Sure.
And I know the appeal there is huge in Europe. It's crazy. I get recognized in Europe, like at places. Here, I could go 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. No one knows who I am.
Right.
But when I am in Europe, people see me and they want to talk to me. So, yeah, it's
All
quite,
right.
and it's quite an honor too. I want to just say that it's really great. It was a great honor.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just to wrap this up,
Yeah.
somebody's watching this later, they have some autograph at home that maybe grandma gave them. They've wondered, is it real? Now maybe they can't come see you at Pawn Stars.
Sure.
Is there a way they can contact you or Beckett? How would they go about at home getting something off?
Honestly, it's easy. It's easy as just emailing authentication@beckett.com. That gets you started. We have a website, it's Beckett-Authentication.com, but it's easy, just drop us an email, just to get started.
Sure.
Because honestly, there's that, and then there's also the person that says, well, I just got that sign, I don't need to get authenticated. But let me tell you something. How do you know what kind of hardship you're gonna run into, or what's gonna happen
Sure.
to you? Especially at the show we're doing here, where there's the signers here, it's $10, you bring it over to the table. Listen, it helps you sell in the future, because
Sure.
that end user, that end guy that might wanna buy that, if it's not certified, they don't
Yeah.
know if it's real, so they're gonna pay less money.
Yeah, you don't
Have
want
it
that question
certified,
mark.
you know, and if you have that old autograph, and listen, I've seen it so many times, people come on a brown paper bag, here you go. We've had this in a sock drawer forever, and,
Right.
and it's a Babe Ruth, or a Jimmy Fox, or a great baseball, or Marilyn Monroe, that, on a piece of paper, or something from the military years, or they saw her in Korea. So, it doesn't hurt, get it authenticated for the small price it costs for some of this stuff to get done. The value at the
Sure.
end of it is worth it. So, you know, and obviously I'm kind of biased, because I am Beckett
Oh, sure.
Authentication, but at the same
Sure.
time, protect your investment. That's all I'm saying, protect your investment. So, I hope people do
Good
that.
advice. Thanks
Yeah.
for your time, man.
Pleasure.
I
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. Yeah.
Thanks.